Hey, everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on E!
All right, Coach, thank you. There's a look at New Era Field here in Orchard Park, New York. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Buffalo Bills. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
49's a month. 49's a month. Watch the curve. Watch the curve.
First carry for James Conner. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Right back to Conner here on first. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
A quick throw complete to Washington. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. On third down, Roethlisberger. Now being hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. On second down, Conner looking for space. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Now Roethlisberger setting up the screen. This is Samuels. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Throwing on first down is Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This is a draw play. Allen gives to Singletary. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Allen now on first down, and nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. This will be caught by Brown. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked out since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
So we have reached halftime, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. To the air, Allen. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Touchdown, Buffalo!
Good job. Good job.
Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On second down, Samuels. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first. Now Roethlisberger on first down. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 38-yard line. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Roethlisberger. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. To throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And now it's third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now Roethlisberger, that is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. The 3-yard touchdown pass, and the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
The risk reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. They go right back to Singletary. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Milano in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. It's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and it was their defense.